Revs won it!
Now, with a call of today's game, here's the voice of the York Revolution, Daryl Henry.
Good afternoon, everyone, from Santander Stadium here in downtown York. Welcome to game number 139 of York Revolution Baseball and the 2015 season finale here today as the Revs will wrap things up on their 9th season and look to do it on back-to-back wins against the Somerset Patriots. Hi again, everybody. Daryl Henry with you. Welcome to Revs Baseball on a gorgeous Sunday afternoon here at Santander Stadium to wrap up season number 9. The Revs today go for their 40th win of this thrilling second half that they've put together. It won't put them into the postseason, but it sure has been a lot of fun here over the last 69 games of 2015. 39 and 29 coming into play today, and hosting the Patriots here in the season finale, just the second time ever that they've closed the season here at home. Last night, an 11-6 win in front of a season-high 6,291 fans. And Andres Perez, on the night he was honored as the team's player of the year, 4 for 5 with a double, a homer, and drove in 6, cementing perhaps the league's RBI title, a lead of 8 entering play today. It would take something astronomical to unseat him, and perhaps further cementing himself in the conversation for league MVP. And hopefully he will get some serious consideration on that, even though the Revs are not playoff bound. But it has been a tremendous second half. Telvin Nash hit another home run last night, and this team has been rolling toward the finish line here in 2015. Of course, today, another huge story surrounding this one is the fact that the Redland Little Leaguers are here. The national champs took BP on the field before the game. And there are a ton of folks clad in red here at the stadium today on hand to honor the Revs to wrap up this season, but certainly to honor the Redland Little Leaguers who captured the attention of the nation less than a month ago. And York County had been buzzing about what they had been doing, and a chance to see them up close and personal here today. They signed some autographs on the way off after taking BP. They'll be honored here with a pregame parade. And you should have heard the roar out front on Brooks Robinson Plaza as they made their way up for their grand entrance today. And it's almost like rock stars are in the building today with all the fans clamoring to see them down near the Revs dugout. Awesome day on tap, and the Revs wearing the Redland replica jerseys as well that'll be auctioned off during the game today, with proceeds benefiting Redland's Little League. We have a packed broadcast today as well. Our final feature interview with a player of this 2015 season is coming up. Cody Scarpetta, we caught up with him yesterday. Our final chat of the year with Mace straight ahead as well. And after the game today, we'll finish the broadcast with our plays of the year at the conclusion of today's game. Game number 139, 140 was rained out. A scheduled 139 here for this 2015 season. And we'll chat with Cody Scarpetta coming up as our final day's pregame of the 2015 season continues in just a moment.
Want to learn to skate? Want to suit up and learn how to play some hockey? Come to the coolest place in town, York Ice Arena. Learn to skate programs are now available for all ages. For every skating ability, kids of all ages will learn how to feel comfortable on ice, how to stand, and perhaps most importantly, how to fall properly. Class levels range from beginner to freestyle, where you'll learn basic jumps, spins, and footwork. Classes are taught by York Ice Arena skating instructors from White Rose Figure Skating Club. No skates? No problem. Skate rental is included in your registration. Or get on the ice for our York Ice Arena hockey programs. York Ice Arena coaches will focus on teaching proper techniques needed for anyone interested in playing hockey. Rental equipment is available for beginning players, both boys and girls. So get on the ice. Learn to skate. Learn to play. Sign up now. Group skating lessons and beginners hockey programs are forming now. Plus, York City residents get a 50% discount. Register today. Go to yorkskate.com and click on program info. York Ice Arena, the coolest place in town. Get into the ball game with great savings and great weekly specials at all your favorite neighborhood family markets. Use your gold card every time you shop, and you'll automatically receive your savings and rewards. And you'll get incredible deals on the new Best Yet brand products at Nell's, Saubles, Wetzel's, Chris's New Oxford, and Stauffer's Downingtown markets. So get into the game with some great savings at all your favorite neighborhood family markets. Always a hit and always a great catch.
Join me, Steve Zabin, mornings at 6 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Back at Santander Stadium as the Revs wrap up the 2015 season today. And time for our final player feature interview of 2015 as the Redland Little Leaguers make their way in, being driven in on the back of trucks through the center field gate and around the warning track. They are being honored with the pregame parade here. And again, our final player feature interview of the year with Revs pitcher Cody Scarpetta. Well, Scarp, thank you very much for the time. I made a gross miscalculation yesterday, failing to mention your pitcher's BP, but you were in there first yesterday. You were leading off, and it was a pretty impressive display. How much fun do you have with that?
I have a lot of fun. I mean, I'm out of high school, and I used to hit, there, and so it kind of is a little bit of a release for me, and especially being in the National League team with the Brewers, who I came up with, we'd take BP, and then once you get AA, you start hitting, and so, we'd take BP the day before, then we'd hit on the field the day of our start, and it's fun to kind of get away and be sort of like a position player.
Yeah, so here it's a treat if you guys throw a shutout or something of that nature, but there you got to do it all the time, right? I mean, because you were hitting every fifth day.
Yeah, I mean, once you get to AA, when you played a National League team, you would play it like a regular National League game, and it was fun. It's tough too. I mean, you kind of realize how tough it truly is to hit off 90, 95.
What was Fletch giving you? Where's the sweet spot?
He was throwing little cutters that cut right in the middle, and those are what I like. Right, I mean, middle in, belt high, just like anyone else.
And 2 home runs in your career. What are your memories from those? Where did you hit them? And any special circumstances? I mean, I'm sure they stand out to you.
Yeah, they do. I had our video guy at the time make just a disc of just those 2 homers, but they were fun. I mean, I hit my first one in Huntsville, and I hit another one in Chattanooga, and the one in Chattanooga kind of sticks out a little bit more. The guy was throwing relatively hard, and I went center field over the batter's eye. So that was, it was fun. And then ended up winning 3-0 or something. And it was fun. I enjoyed it. I remember though jogging around the bases and kind of being a little bit of a slower jog, trying to enjoy it, and I don't think they like that too much.
Do you remember who you got? Who's in your book?
The only one, I don't remember the first one, but I know the second one was off of Chris Withrow. He with the Dodgers. He threw us hard too. It was fun.
So dead center in Chattanooga. Where were you hitting them here at Santander Stadium?
What's that?
Well, where were you hitting them here in BP yesterday?
Dead pole.
Dead
I'm going anywhere from left center to down the line, and sometimes probably a lot of them will go foul too. So I'm trying to yank it, but it's just kind of reflects on my golf swing too. I just try to grip and rip and see where it goes.
Is that a serious off-season activity for you?
Yeah, I like playing golf. It's a good release. Like I said, it's nice to get out. As frustrating as it can be, it's really nice to play with my dad, with buddies. Just kind of early morning on a weekend or something, just kind of getting away and breaking up the monotony.
I'm with Cody Scarpetta. You often hear that at the youth level, the pitchers are some of the best athletes on the team, and you show that with your swing. Were you considering any other position coming up, or was it always pitching number one for you?
I grew up in a kind of a smaller town, not relatively small, and we just kind of grew up playing all positions, and so it kind of worked out that my dad played as well. He was a pitcher, so I grew up knowing the mechanics of pitching, but we also had to play third when I was playing third when I wasn't pitching. I caught, but so eventually, once I got into high school, I grew about 5 inches and ended up getting more velocity, with fastball, and that's it. I mean, I was actually supposed to go to Creighton to potentially be a two-way player. I mean, so that would have been fun. But I mean, it worked out. I had a decent arm, and see where it took me.
Did you play other sports too?
Played football from when I was 10 to all the way up until freshman year in high school, and that's kind of the period of when I started to grow a little bit and started to pursue a little bit more fall baseball and more kind of trying to put my name out there a little bit more. So football was fun. I mean, I enjoyed it. It was just a lot of risk.
Yeah. Well, and you're playing it from a fantasy perspective in our league, and you had the first pick. How serious of a fantasy football player are you?
Very serious. Yeah. I usually get in 2 to 3 leagues a year, and I'm always on the waiver wire. I'm always, I do my research. I know who's playing. I know who's kind of the hot picks, and it's a lot of fun. Especially when you get on a team with good group of guys that are kind of in the same thing. Makes it fun and competitive.
And you've already offered me a trade. Are you often looking to do that?
I am. Yeah. Offers on the table if you want. Jennings is going to have a great day on Sunday, so he's yours if you want him. I'll take Manuel Sanders from you.
We may have some off-season business to tend to. Did you know when you got the first pick? Did you know who you were taking right away?
I knew the two. I knew I wanted either Peterson or Bell, and I did my research, and I felt pretty confident that when Bell comes back, he's going to be a good PPR pick, and it's got to roll with it.
Yeah. Good research. And as far as who you root for, are you a Bears fan? I know you're from Illinois originally.
Have to be. Yeah. Big Bears fan. Bears come first, fantasy comes second. But it's fun. I mean, it's being around kind of close to Chicago. You're around Bears and Packers. I live in Northern Illinois, so you got that big time rivalry going on. You got Packer places to go watch the game. You got a bunch of Bears places. Everyone's kind of arguing back and forth who's going to win. But I definitely root for the Bears.
How about Cubs or White Sox growing up?
You know what? Growing up, I really kind of rooted for more players. I kind of watched what pitchers did. I was a big fan of Clemens growing up. Randy Johnson. Those types of pitchers. But I mean, if I had to choose, I'd probably go Cubs just because they were on TV more times than the White Sox.
Yeah. Did you get to Wrigley Field at all?
I have. Yeah, I've been to a few games. Yeah, it's an old park. It's a lot of tradition. People, no matter where they are in the race, they still pack the house. And day games, night games, it doesn't really matter. It's fun to kind of be around. It's a good atmosphere, like anywhere else. Coming here, with the Revolution, you get a lot of fans that just love coming to the park and really kind of rooting for the guys. So I just love kind of being around that atmosphere.
Well, lastly, Cody, we've certainly enjoyed having you for just a couple of weeks here late this season. How much have you enjoyed York in a brief time?
It's been a blast. the guys have really kind of taken me in. I couldn't ask for anything more. As far Mace has been great to me. Fletch, Fletch and I worked on a couple things that, in my opinion, I think really kind of helped me get through a couple struggles that I've been struggling with throughout the year. And it's a couple guys on the team that's really kind of gave me some good ideas on taking care of my arm, trying to help me there, and I think it really has been a blessing that I was able to come over here and try to compete for a playoff spot and help the team win.
Well, Cody, we've enjoyed having you. Thanks very much for the time, and best of luck heading into this offseason too.
Thanks, Daryl. Appreciate it.
All right, Revs pitcher Cody Scarpetta. They're honoring Redland on the field after their victory lap, the parade for the Little Leaguers. We'll take a timeout, check in with Mace on the Broadway Transmission Managers Report up next.
Get ready for winter now and save big on your heating oil or propane costs. Call today to schedule your first fill, and don't forget to ask our energy advisors about the right money-saving plan or budget to fit your lifestyle. Lock in your rate and protect your price all winter. Our price-protected customers save an average of $325 per year. Visit ShipleyEnergy.com or call 855-4SHIPLEY, and don't forget to ask about our $100 rebate. Shipley Energy, energy for life.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Fans, it's time to go inside the clubhouse. For the latest on your York Revolution and tonight's matchup, it's the Broadway Transmission Managers Report. Now, here's Atlantic League Manager of the Year, Mark Nason.
Well, Mace, this has been our daily routine for 140 days. I don't know what we're going to do tomorrow. It might be like a nervous tick. It'll be that time of day, and I'll come out here. Where's Mace? It's time for our show.
No, I agree. It's been a lot, and it's been a lot of fun, too. I enjoy doing this, and we have some fun with it. Some of the things that we say off the air are probably a little more fun, but it is fun, and it's kind of sad to have it be the last one for this year.
Always is, and hopefully we can do the off-season show again. But the final day, what's the feeling like for you and the players? Obviously, it's when you're in a long season, the days kind of run together and everything. But now that you're at the end, what's the feeling like today?
Well, I think there's a lot of distractions today, for lack of a better word. The players are all, they're packing up their stuff, and the cars and planes are already booked and ready to go. So, we're going to go out and play the game. We'll focus like we always do, but I know there's a lot of guys anxious about flying to wherever or driving to wherever and, basically leaving the ballpark tonight or tomorrow morning. So I know that's in everybody's mind. A lot of guys are sad to see the season over, but then they're also glad about they're going to go play in winter ball, or they get to go see their families or whatever it might be. So there's a lot of things going through everybody's head today. Some guys, this will probably be the last time they put on a professional baseball uniform as well. So there's those emotions that are going to go into it today. But for the most part, we're here. We're basically just dealing with what we have to today and to get out there and play. And when it's over, I'm sure everybody will take a deep breath and then move on with the off season.
Well, last night for the final night game of the year, your team put on another show, which really has been routine in the second half, which has been awesome, but routinely thrilling every night. And Andres Perez had the biggest night, the night that he's named team MVP. How strong of consideration do you think he should get for league MVP?
In my opinion, I think it's hands down he should be the league MVP. You don't have to be from a playoff team. Lou Ford was league MVP. Long Island didn't make the playoffs. Perez is in basically every single offensive statistical category. And, he's too consistent to be in all the categories not to be the MVP. So I hope he gets consideration. I've done some politicking here lately with some people that will make those decisions. So I'm trying to push for him and just at least make sure he's recognized. But either way, he's had a fantastic year and an absolutely unbelievable second half.
The season in general, I know we're not going ultimately where you wanted this team to end up, but to have the second half that they did, how proud are you of that? How big of an accomplishment was that to turn things around and be relevant? And, really, I guess for about a month, I mean, it was kind of like playing playoff games, being in the division race.
Well, at the end of the day, we're disappointed because we didn't make the postseason. The second half was a much uplifting experience, much more than we had in the first half. And I give the guys a lot of credit. They could have mailed it in, even the games that we got behind. I know we came from behind a lot this year, or this half anyway. And, when you have the first half that we had, it would be easy for guys just to mail it in, and we didn't. Prime example, last night we were down 2-0. And come back to win the game again. So they battled hard. I think the mindset was better. Obviously, being healthy was better for us. Having more consistency in the lineup, guys actually were able to settle into some roles, which we weren't able to do in the first half. And all those things, at the end of the day, they make a huge difference. But the main thing that made the difference were we executed. We pitched better. We played better defense. We always played hard, but playing hard is not always playing well. And I thought that we did both of those things more consistently in the second half, and the results show that.
Well, today, final game, and it'll be at home for only the second time ever. We've got the Redland Little League here wearing their replica jerseys today. Great weather, huge crowd expected. How much are you and the guys looking forward to this? And it was another great crowd last night too. And also honoring the Little Leaguers who from our county did something that was pretty amazing about a month ago.
Well, we're excited to honor those kids. They did a great job, and they definitely deserve to be to be represented, and for us to be able to wear their game jerseys and replicas and to have them here. That'll be a lot of fun for them, batting practice on the field as well. And that's fun for us too, and it's good for the area. The fans, I know you talked about the fans there for a minute. The fans have been outstanding this year. Like I say all the time, this is my 6th year. I think it gets better and better, the interaction with the fan base. A lot of our season ticket holders, the Booster Club, host families. I mean, there's a lot of good things that go on here in York, and we're very happy and proud of that. And that's a big part of who we are, and it allows us to bring in the quality and the type of players that we bring in here as well. So I hope the Redland kids have a lot of fun today. It's exciting for us, like I said, for them to be here, and we're excited to get out there and play in front of them, and hopefully put on the kind of shows that they did when they were in the Little League World Series.
Well, what is next for you? How much time off for you to clear your mind, and what's the process like when you start to think about 2016, whenever that is? Maybe you already are starting to think toward that.
Well, I've been thinking about 2016 for a while. Obviously, we go through our roster and we take a look at what we would like to do with certain guys for next year. Some guys are obviously going to retire, and some guys we probably won't bring back. But on a personal level, I'm going to go back home and see my family. My father and my sister have been really pretty sick for the past couple months, and both spent a lot of time in the hospital. So I'm going to go home and spend at least a week or so with them now that they're both out of the hospital and home, and see what I can do to help them out. And then after that, I'll be back here. I live here year-round, as you know, and I'll be doing some things in our academy downstairs, and I'll be around the office and doing some appearances, which is always fun, and basically working on the roster for next year. That's kind of the game plan for the winter, and hopefully before you know it, it'll be the end of March, and and we can get going with 2016. But for right now, that's the plan, and I'll probably be leaving here within the next couple of days to go back to the Pittsburgh area, but I'll be back in York shortly after that.
So if I get locked inside the gates during the winter again, you'll be in the academy to bail me out.
I should be here. I don't know that I'll be here. I don't know that I'll be here every day, but I should be here to be able to let you out. Yes.
All right, Mace. Well, thank you very much for the time all year. I know the fans enjoy hearing from you before each game, and it's been a fun ride here in the second half, and looking forward to 2016.
And I feel the same way. Thanks for everything. It's been a blast, and look forward to next year, and thank you for everything.
National anthem performed prior to today's game. The place is packed with red, and the Revs wearing the Redland jerseys with the names on the back as they get set for the final game of the 2015 season. Matt Neal into his warm-ups, and we'll pause 10 seconds for station identification here on Revolution Radio.
First in York, first in sports. Your only local sports station. The new Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, York, Pennsylvania.
Now the Revs, who once upon a time wore red and had red in their color scheme, sporting the Redland red with the navy blue undershirts today. Player names on the back. These will be auctioned off, and a hot item, I'm sure. The Redland Little Leaguers marching up the steps. They will watch the game from upstairs today and enjoy one of the skyboxes here. And one of the very neat things before today's game, seeing the way that they interacted with their pro counterparts down in the field. And I think the pro ball players for the Revs just as excited to meet them as they were to meet the Revs players. They posed for a joint team picture, Revs and Redland Little Leaguers together. Now the Somerset lineup for today's season finale, brought to you by Flying Feet. Robert Andino at shortstop leads off. Aaron Eggleston in left field bats second. Mike Wilson, the DH, will hit third. The cleanup man is Matt Fields at first base. Hitting fifth and doing the catching is David Vidal. Greg Hopkins at third base is batting sixth. Nate Spears, the second baseman, hits seventh. Batting eighth in center field is Johnny Tucker. And hitting ninth in right field is Ollie Linton. Again, it's Andino, Eggleston, Wilson, Fields, Vidal, Hopkins, Spears, Tucker, and Linton for the Patriots. That lineup, once again, brought to you by Flying Feet. Facing Matt Neal, who's pitched very well here down the stretch of this 2015 season and looking to win his final start of the year here today. Andino steps in. Our Dasher Investment Services first pitch is up high, and we are underway. A brilliantly sunny afternoon here at the stadium. Here's the 1-0, and a swing and a pop-up. Paniagua off with the mask, approaching the net, and out of room. It lands about halfway back in the stands, right along the right edge of the netting, behind home plate. Looked when it first went up like you may have a play on it. Well, it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Andino hitting at .250. 4 home runs, 56 driven in. Our first pitch today coming at 2:09 at the conclusion of the ceremonies. The 1-1 from Neal, and a fastball a little bit low. The Revs in the Redland uniforms, Somerset in their road gray. And a 2-1, and a called strike. Fastball on the outer edge. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Neal the wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Came back to get him on a slider away. And that is how the final game of the season begins. Our plate ump today is John Harrington. Buzz Albert at first. Bill Reuter at third base. Our game time temperature today, 74 degrees. And a brilliant sunny afternoon. Here's Aaron Eggleston. First pitch from Neal is right there for a strike. Eggleston hitting at .291. It's 5 home runs, 46 knocked in. Pitch to him is up high. Briefly a Rev in 2009 at the end of the year, but elected to go back to the American Association the following year. Pitch to him is taken low. 2 balls and a strike. And if had Eggleston stayed, the Scott Grimes era may not have happened. Here's a swing and a fly ball to right. Brandon Boggs a couple of steps back. He's there. He's got it. 2 up, 2 down, and Eggleston may have cracked his bat, hit it off the end. Broken Bats are brought to you by Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. If you've got an ash tree, emerald ash borer might be in that tree wood. Busting that tree lumber of yours, visit heritagelawnandlandscape.com. Here's Mike Wilson, and he looks at strike 1. Wilson DHing today, hitting at .203 since joining their team a few weeks back. The 0-1, and a slider called strike as Neal paints the outside corner. And ahead quickly, he winds, he deals. Ball 1. Everybody was headed off the field. Now the 1-2. And a line drive, base hit to left. Boy, he and everybody behind him thought they had a strikeout to end the inning, but in very anticlimactic fashion, John Harrington called it ball 1, and then Mike Wilson singled to left. So the inning continues, and Matt Fields will come to the plate. Fields, a huge addition for Somerset heading toward the start of postseason play. 13 games played. He's got 5 home runs, 12 driven in. First pitch is lined to short, right at Mikey. He squeezes it, and that'll cap a scoreless top of the first. No runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left. At the end of a half, it's the Patriots nothing, and the Revs coming up.
You're running cross country. No one understands how they keep score. Your friends and family don't understand why you do it, but you understand how it makes you feel. So does Flying Feet. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes has been supplying running shoes and apparel to Central PA's best since 1975. Their staff is made up of runners and coaches who understand your pleasures and your pains. If it's running or cross-country related, Flying Feet knows about it. And with the area's best selection of running shoes, running spikes, and running apparel, there's no good reason to shop anywhere else. Worried about prices? Didn't you hear? Flying Feet is a specialty athletic store without specialty store prices. Come see their selection of the best running shoes and spikes for men, women, and children. No matter what your size, your width, or your ability level, Flying Feet has a full line of running apparel and accessories. So run, don't walk, and talk running with a staff who knows. Flying Feet. Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Mount Rose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
High school football is on Sports Radio 1350 this fall. Tune in every Friday night for the WOYK High School Football Game of the Week, presented by Wellspan Sports Medicine. Your kids, your teams.
Campbell to throw, fires it. He has Terry Canes. Canes is into the backfield at the 20, tripped up at the 15, still going. He's into the end zone.
It's local sports from local people on York's only local sports station. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports. Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
No score as the Revs come to bat here in the bottom of the first inning. York's lineup today brought to you by Flying Feet. Eric Patterson at second base will lead things off. Mikey Reynolds the start at shortstop today, hitting second. Andres Perez will DH and bat third. Brandon Boggs in right field is hitting cleanup. Talvin Nash at first base bats fifth. Hitting sixth is the third baseman, Brian Pounds. James Simmons in center field hits 7th. Salvador Paniagua will do the catching and bat 8th. And Nick Ferdinand in left field hits 9th. Again, it's Patterson, Reynolds, Perez, Boggs, Nash, Pounds, Simmons, Paniagua, and Ferdinand for the Revs. A big thank you to Flying Feet for sponsoring our lineups all year. Facing righty Will Oliver and Patterson in there. First pitch from Oliver is down low. Patterson hitting at .255, 10 home runs, 57 driven in. Here's the wind and the 1-0, and it's down low. Well, you have to wonder what he might be thinking and feeling today. Wonder if it might be his last game. He's talked about pursuing a degree as Oliver misses down low. 3-0. He talked about that last year. He wasn't 100% sure. He's a bright guy. He's got options in his future, but you have to wonder with a lot of these guys on a day like this. Mace spoke about that pregame. There's a fastball in for a strike, 3-1. You just never know, and sometimes the players don't know either until they get into the offseason and see what develops. The 3-1 fastball in for a strike. Patterson wrapping up his third season in York, his second full season. He's moving up the list in several departments. The 3-2, he swings and grounds it off of Oliver, scrambles to pick it up, throws to first, and in time. A one-hopper handcuffed him a bit and deflected behind him, but he recovered, didn't panic, and made the throw. Patterson in the top 10 in Revs history in games played, top 5 in runs, hits, doubles, RBIs, steals, walks, extra base hits, 6th in home runs. Here's Mikey Reynolds. First pitch, drilled him. Well, he probably didn't plan on that for the first pitch he sees in the final day of the season, but he wears one right off the back, and a one-out base runner plunked on the first pitch he faces. Actually, that would have been right on the gluteus maximus, the left one to be specific. I mean, we do have to paint the picture for those that are simply listening on radio. Yeah, he's a one-out base runner. And here is Andres Perez, who last night rose to the occasion the night he was named team MVP. First pitch is over for a strike. No score here in the bottom of the first. You wonder what a night like that might have done to further enhance his stock as a potential league MVP this season. We heard what Mace's thoughts were on that. Here's the 0-1, Mikey running, pitches high, the throw to second is not in time. Mikey's in with a head-first slide. He steals second. Strong throw from David Vidal, but Mikey steals his 17th in 19 tries. And trying to give Perez another RBI opportunity. He leads the league by 8. Entering today with 91 on the season, tied his season high with 6 last night. Here's the stretch, the 1-1. Breaking ball missed inside. 4 for 5 last night, a double, a home run. He drove in 6, and he has now driven in 58 in his last 53 games. That is unbelievable. He's hitting .360 since the final day of July. Here's the stretch. And Oliver, the 2-1. Swung on, broken bat, line drive, base hit. He's going to have another one. Down the left field line, Reynolds in to score, and Perez into second with a double. 1-0, the Revs lead it here in the bottom of the first inning. RBI number 92 of his season. The bat broke in half. Most of it ended up by Polo down at third, but it dies a winner. And a 1-0 first inning lead He also came in today tied for the league lead in doubles, and that is his 33rd. He will finish the year on an 8-game hitting streak, running toward a potential league MVP. Here's Brandon Boggs, who swings and bounces a foul back toward Telvin Nash, who's on deck. And you just hope that they look at the overall body of work and not limit it to just the postseason teams. The Revs are clearly going to be the best team left out and the hottest. Here's a fastball over for a strike. 0-2 on Boggs. Perez with RBI number 249 of his Revs career. 92 this year, the 4th most in a season in team history. 0-2, and it missed up and in on Boggs, who enters this final day hitting at 266. Ranks 4th in the league in on base at 372. On the 1-2, and Oliver tried to backdoor his curve, missed down and away. He's got a big breaker. That one at 75 as it swooped down low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. His fastball has been at 92 here early on today, and now time asked for by his catcher Vidal, who wants to go through the signs again. A stretch from Oliver. And the 2-2. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Got him on the hook. He located that one better. And that's out number 2 in the inning. Perez broken bat, of course, brought to you by Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. Visit heritagelawnandlandscape.com. Handle all of your landscaping and lawn care to perfection as well. Hit it right past the diving Hopkins at third. Here's Telvin Nash with Perez at second and 2 outs. And what a final few weeks for Nash. Here's the first pitch, and a swing and a ground ball at third. Sliding pick by Hopkins. He'll pop up, makes the throw across to end the inning. Nash jumped on the first pitch, hit it sharply near the line. Hopkins slid to the backhand to pick it. But the Revs score a first inning run. 1 hit. Perez the RBI double, 1 man left. We go to the second, and the Revs with a 1-0 lead.
It's time again for York Mitsubishi's fall sales event, featuring 0% financing for 72 months and a $500 rebate on all 2015 Outlander Sports and Lancers, or try the 2015 Mirage DE, the best price car in America today that gets up to 44 miles per gallon for only $11,995. And finally, the all-new 2016 Outlander 4-wheel drive with standard 7-passenger seating. All Outlanders, Outlander Sports, Lancers, and Mirages get our famous 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Stop by York Mitsubishi and see what we can do for you. Excludes Evo, Rallyart, and iMeave.
Hi, this is Tom Dasher, President of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in retirement planning and strategies to meet individual personal goals. Whether you are looking for wealth accumulation or to maximize your retirement income. Oh, heck, this is sounding just like another commercial. Hey, listen, it's this simple. We use risk-free investment vehicles, whether you are looking to still build wealth accumulation or you want retirement income or a combination of both. It is all about getting your money parked in the place that will benefit you the most. If you want to do that, call me. My office number is 246-3879, or my mobile is 487-2096, or contact me at my new website at tomdasher.com.
An invasive pest that's already killed millions of ash trees is bearing down on our communities. The emerald ash borer, or EAB, means certain death for every ash tree it infects. The good news is that you can protect your property's ash trees with help from Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. Our EAB prevention methods are effective, environmentally safe, and less costly than removing your dead tree, which is the only alternative to prevention. Learn more at heritagelawnandlandscape.com.
All about local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Head of the second, a 1-0 lead for the Revs. Andres Perez, league-leading 33rd double, 92nd run driven in. David Vidal will lead things off. Matt Neal's first pitch of the inning is up high. Vidal doing the catching again today. They are getting Donahue and Skelton some time off before the postseason. 1-0 pitch and a slider over for a strike. Vidal hitting at .257, 12 home runs, 63 driven in. 1-1 and a swing and a pop-up foul, back and out of play. And this season he has made 76 starts at third base, 34 starts at first base. Today his 9th start catching. Played mostly corner infield. 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Cutter away. And Matt Neal with his second strikeout here early on. He's begun each of his first 2 innings with Ks. One down, he'll face Greg Hopkins. First pitch to him, it's a called strike, belt high to the outer half. Hopkins at .266 coming in, 12 home runs. There's the wind and the pitch. And a curveball hooks just off the plate away. Guys enjoying every minute of the final day of the season together. There's the 1-1. Swing and a miss on a slider down. Excellent pitch from Neal. Have a great camaraderie with this group, as we have had just about every year. Here's a swing and a pop-up foul the other way and right. But they have really gelled in the second half, and the last pregame session of playing football in the outfield today, for instance. Things like that they've done all year. There's a fastball low and away, 2-2. Every year, you know that it's the final day that this group will be together as one group. Here's the 2-2. And a swing and a miss. Another slider away, and Neal strikes out back-to-back hitters to begin the second. 3 total here early on. Now some of the guys will return, but obviously they don't all. And everybody realizes that when you get to the final couple days. Here's Nate Spears. He swings first pitch and fouls it off. Out over the third base side. Neal the windup, the 0-1. And a ground ball off the end of the bat. Rolled over to second. Patterson's got it. Throws on to first. Inning over. 1-2-3. Top of the second for Matt Neal. We go to the bottom half of inning number 2. Revs lead it 1-0.
Broadway Transmission? I don't know how they do it.
We've been in business for 60 years at the same location.
I don't know how they do it.
It's our long-term nationwide warranties.
Oh, and don't forget our online appointment scheduling.
I still don't know how they do it.
They toted my van at no cost with my repair.
It's our ATRA certified technicians. Don't forget the good-looking genius in the office.
Come on, man. I know they helped me with financing. Still, with my bad credit, I don't know how they do it.
I did my research and felt comfortable that Broadway is a AAA approved specialty repair shop. I showed my AAA card and saved some hard-earned cash.
I was happy to get a $100 rebate in the mail after the job was done.
I sure don't know how they do it, but I do know they get it done, and they get it done right.
Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and back on the road fast. Check us out on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
Payne doesn't take Sunday off. Neither do we. We're open weekdays 8 to 8 and weekends 9 to 6. Just walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics, 2319 South George Street in York, across from the Apple Hill Health Campus. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today.
It's going to be another epic year in high school football, and Sports Radio 1350 is ready for kickoff. Tune in every Friday night this fall for the high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. Plus, go to WOIK1350.com for a full breakdown of the teams and the players of the 2015 York Adams League. The high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. Catch the action every Friday night on Sports Radio 1350, online at WOIK1350.com, or download the WOIK mobile app.
For local sports on your smartphone, search WOIK at the App Store.
Revs a 1-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the second inning. Brian Pounds will lead things off. Dre with the broken bat, RBI double in the first inning. That bat going out on top. First pitch to Pounds is taken down low. Enters the final day, hitting at .273, 13 home runs, 65 driven in. A 1-0, and a swing and a fly ball, shallow center. Tucker in a couple steps, and he squeezes it. Oliver got Pounds to hit it off the end of the bat. On our Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care home run contest today, Revs player goes yard. One lucky fan wins a prize pack courtesy of the Revs and Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. Kamal Mera is our participant today. Good luck, Kamal. James Simmons is up. And the first pitch from Oliver is down and in. James Simmons, here down the stretch. Last 13 games hitting .354, 10 driven in. There's the 1-0. And that's over at the knees for a strike. It's hit safely in 4 straight. Pair of hits and a run scored last night. A 1-1 curveball, and it missed a little high. Some pretty big bend from Oliver, but a little too tall. Now the 2-1 to Simmons. Fastball in tight. He yanked his arms up as it was approaching and takes ball 3. Oliver's been outstanding, 6-1 at .294 ERA. 3-1, and it's down and outside, and Simmons walks. So he's a one-out base runner. Revs a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the second. Oliver, 28 years old, 6'2", 185. Made 8 starts. He's given up 3 earned or fewer in 7 of those 8. He's beaten the Revs 3 times. Throw over to first. Simmons is back in. Here's Salvador Paniagua. He's had a tremendous second half himself. First offering is crushed. Left center field and gone! Salvador Paniagua goes yard, a 2-run homer into the playground in left center. And the Revs on top 3-0 here in the bottom of the second. Home run number 7 for Panny. And a 3-0 lead here early today. He jumped on it and clobbers it out, the 38th of his Revs career. He ties him for 6th all-time with Eric Patterson. Here's Nick Ferdinand, who takes in tight. 3-0 the lead Here's the wind and the 1-0. And a fastball for a strike. Ferdinand, who in September has hit .283 with 3 homers, 8 driven in 12 games. Here's the 1-1 and a fastball strike. He drove in one last night on a single off the wall and left. Part of a 2-hit game. A 1-2 and a swing and a foul out of play, first base side. Paniagua with his 6th home run and 25th RBIs in his last 29 games of this season. Came in hitting .342 the last 28 he's played. Here's a swing and a foul tip. Ricocheted off the catcher Vidal and straight up top. Either into the upper deck or up over the roof. 1-2 on Ferdinand, who's at .261 overall, 11 long balls. Pitch, curveball. Oh, he ducked. And it got Ferdinand in the helmet, I believe, on a deflection. It's a hit by pitch. And then it caught the plate ump, John Harrington, in the hand. And he got out of there shaking his hand in pain. Oh, it hit Ferdinand on the above the left elbow. He got the arm up. And then it deflected off of Harrington's hand. So Oliver has hit his second batter with a pitch. Now we go to the top of the order. And Eric Patterson, who grounded out on a comebacker in the first. Rebs a 3-0 lead. And here's the stretch from Oliver. First pitch is swung on, grounded at first, juggled, fielded by Fields. He throws to second after stepping on first, and Ferdinand will slide in safely there. Fields stayed with it to record the out at first base. Ferdinand beats the throw to second, and he's there with 2 outs. Fields a little juggled, but he was right in front of first base and took the out there first. At 2 down, here's Mikey Reynolds. His buddy Ferdinand out there at second, looking to score one more. First pitch is over at the knees for a strike. The 0-1, and that's in tight. That home run for Paniagua, the Rebs' 112th of the year, second most in the league. 29th in 19 games in September, which leads the league by tons. Here's the 1-1, swing and a miss. They came in today with 8 more than any other team in September. They have been the most dangerous offense in the league here late this season. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and scorched in center, but it'll hang up for Tucker. He was shading Mikey toward right center. Reynolds hit it on the screws, but Tucker flags it down, cutting over toward left center to end the inning. The Rebs add to the lead, though, on Paniagua's yard work. A 2-run homer, 1 hit, and 1 runner left. We'll go to the third. It's a 3-0 Rebs lead.
We have the tasty 58 variety. Maple Donuts presents Real Fantasy Football, a game where every run is a first down, no pass is ever intercepted, and your team always wins. Maple Donuts knows a thing or two about putting together a great roster. Every day, Charlie Donuts' 58 varieties get drafted by dozens upon dozens of eager Maple Donut fans. Best of all, in this league, you don't have to stick with today's Baker's Dozen. Next time out, make a trade. Jelly-filled for peanut butter icing, Lay's for cream-filled, vanilla sprinkles for chocolate Long John. You're the owner of this fantasy team. If you want to declare chocolate peanut covered as an all-time auto draft pick, then go right ahead. And don't forget to work a cup of Maple Donuts' famous coffee into the game plan. At Maple Donuts, every day is game day.
Maple Donuts taste right. Tasty, tasty great. Anytime, day or night. For appetite delight. Maple Donuts taste
Joel's Painting and Contracting is a proud sponsor of the York Revolution. They are also a partner in the maintenance of Santander Stadium. Joel's Painting and Contracting is the highest rated painting company in York and Lancaster County. Now is the time to call for great deals on all your interior and exterior projects. A community partner with thousands of happy clients. Hit a home run of Joel's Painting and schedule an appointment today or give them a call at 717-471-4273. That's 717-471-4273 for Joel's Painting and Contracting.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Matt Neal delivers a strike on Johnny Tucker, leading things off here in the third. Revs lead it 3-zip. The 0-1, and that's upstairs. Tucker hitting at .234, 6 homers, hit one last night that briefly gave them the lead in the fourth. 1-1, and he tried to check. Ball just missed, down and away. They appeal, and they say no swing. And Neal wants to know why it wasn't called a strike in the strike zone, which from here appeared to be a valid question. The 2-1, and he got that one over for a... Revs last night took control, scoring 5 in the bottom of the fourth inning. 11-6 winning it. The 2-2, and it's swinging a ground ball, squibbed down to first. Nash has it. He'll take it himself. One away. Didn't know what kind of spin that one might have off the bat of Tucker, but Nash gobbled it up cleanly. With one away, here's our K-man today, Ollie Linton, who's hitting at .209. Ten games played with Somerset. And the first pitch to him is in at the knees, a called strike. Matt Neal, a strong finish this year, looking to wrap it up strong today. The 0-1, and that runs just inside. Pitched very well in his last start, a no decision, 7 innings, 2 unearned runs. Now fires, and a curveball just missed high. The start before that, he finished the suspended game, earning a win at Southern Maryland. That was entered in as 7 innings, 3 runs, 2 of them earned. Here's a ground ball up the middle. Mikey, a great diving stop, but with Linton's speed, he could only hold it. Still, the effort is applause worthy and draws the claps. Dove full extension to his left. He was really playing Linton the other way, the left-hand hitter. And he hit it more toward the middle and go in as an infield hit. We go to the top of the order, and Robert Andino. First pitch is a little low. So Neal, the start before the suspended game, and actually following that, he had a scoreless inning in relief, but the start before that, he combined on a 2-hitter, even though he took a no decision. That was against Bridgeport on September 5th. It's the 1-0. And a swing and a fly ball to right. Brandon Boggs reading it. Shades are on. He's drifting back. He's got room, though. Makes the two-hand grab right near the edge of the warning track in right. And there's 2 away. So the last 3 starts that have been entered in for Neal, including completing the suspended game, he's gone 7 in each of those. Here's Aaron Eggleston, who flew to right his first time. First offering is a called strike, inside corner. Revs on top, 3-0 here in the third. On the stretch. And the 0-1, Linton fakes going, and a cutter missed a little bit low. Neal is 0-1 as a starter against Somerset. Here's a ground ball rolled softly toward the middle. Mikey right there, and he flipped to Patterson, who cut in front of Linton on the bag just ahead of the slide. Inning ending 6-4 fielder's choice. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. Neal jammed him and got the weak roller. And sharp early as we go to the home third. It's a 3-0 Revs lead.
Providing quality services efficiently and in a timely manner to its clients is the mission of the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins. GSLSC is equipped to handle any real estate transactions, leases, residential and commercial real estate settlements, zoning issues, and all matters involving municipalities. They are also experienced in the formation and operation of family real estate ventures that are tax sensitive to the needs of the investors. Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins is an approved title insurance agency and can provide you with title insurance and legal representation at one low cost when buying a home or investment property. Don't risk any real estate settlement without an experienced real estate attorney from the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins at your side. Phone 717-757-7602. They've been handling residential and commercial real estate matters in South Central Pennsylvania for more than 50 years. With mortgage interest rates at an all-time low, now is the time to buy or refinance. Phone 717-757-7602 today or visit their website, gslsc.com.
This is the Dan Patrick Show.
He's a great, great man. Was Muhammad Ali a thug? He was colorful, controversial. But this is a guy who did something before anybody else did it. And we were okay with it. A lot of us were okay because of how Ali looked. Handsome, well-spoken, poetry. There was charisma to it. Richard Sherman just came out of a game and started yelling right in our face.
Dan Patrick.
On Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. York Sports on your mobile device or online at WOYK1350.com.
Nothing. Revs lead it. Andres Perez leading off and lays off a curveball that missed narrowly. 1 ball and no strikes. He drove in the first run on a double in the first inning. Here's the 1-0 and a swing and a miss. A fastball up and in near the hands. Now capping his stellar season today. He's in the top 5 in like everything. The 1-1 and a swing and a ground ball slapped to second right at Spears. He'll throw over to first for the out. And Perez retired this time, now 1 for 2 on the day. The home run from Paniagua last inning, by the way, making a winner out of Kamal Mera on our Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care home run contest. Congratulations, Kamal. You can stop by the Apple Chevrolet ticket office during normal business hours at your convenience and claim that prize pack. Here's Brandon Boggs as he looks at a strike down at the bottom of the zone. He struck out swinging his first time up. Oliver with the 0-1 and a curveball that bends across for strike 2. Boggs batting from the left, the 0-2, and he swings and lines one, caught at second base by Nate Spears, reaching up above his cap with a little leap, and Boggs stung it, but lines out, 2 away. I don't know if that was as high as he could go, but pretty good play. His right fielder, Linton, is asking him, how high off the ground were you? Motioned out to him, demonstrating. Here's Talvin Nash, who grounded out to third base his first time up. And Oliver with the pitch, a breaking ball, just missed, a little low. Talvin Nash entering this final day, 13 home runs. He's homered in 3 straight. For the second time this month, team record is 4 straight. Pitch to him is over the plate, a called strike. 8 home runs his last 15 games, 7 in his last 10 at home. The 1-1. Curveball, that breaks over for a strike. Now Oliver ahead of him. Shakes off. And ready. And the 1-2. Swung on, grounded to shortstop. Right there is Andino. He'll sling it across to first for the out. And Oliver with his first 1-2-3 inning of the day, his first goose egg of the day. We'll go to the fourth here in the 2015 season finale. The Revs lead it 3-0.
Whether it's for sport, protection, or recreation, Spar Firearms is the best place to go for all of your firearm needs. With a large selection of new and used firearms, Spar carries an array of brands, as well as ammo and other accessories. Whether you're an avid collector, sharpshooting expert, hunter, or weekend enthusiast, Spar Firearms provides everything you need no matter your experience. For the best in convenience, selection, and customer service, visit Spar Firearms, 6108 Carlisle Pike in Mechanicsburg, and online at sparfirearms.com.
Turn this on.
The Rich Eisen Show.
He is unbelievable.
Rich Eisen.
Let's go to the phone lines. They are lit. Catherine in South Carolina. Can I help you?
Yes, I am having emotional distress.
Don't.
I'm going to sue the Jones family.
Don't.
This is crazy. It's the most stupid, idiotic thing. The Jones are screwing this up. And I am sick. I've left work. I'm nauseous. He's strung us out on DeMarco.
Well, what about the idea that anybody could run behind that offensive line? Catherine, you don't buy that one?
DeMarco is family. He and Tony and Jason do everything together. He's family. I just started to be a Cowboys fan again, and happiness has just plunged to despair. What the Jones has done to my emotional state, they should be sued.
Don't go litigious on me here, okay?
This is the Rich Eisen Show.
Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports. First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Three 0 the lead as we head to the fourth inning. Patriots asleep at the switch on a first base coach. And I believe it's Scott Kelly who's heading down to coach. Mike Wilson will lead things off. Neal's first pitch is fanned on as Wilson chases and misses. Single to left his first time up. There's the wind and the 0-1. And a fastball right on the black. Strike two called. There's the 0-2. And a swing and a miss. He strikes him out on three in a row. Fastball up and away. And Wilson swings through it. Fourth strikeout of the afternoon for Matt Neal. On our WellSpan Sports Medicine injury report. Wish the continued best to Brad Bergeson and Ian Durham, whose seasons were cut short with the elbow injuries, and Anthony LaRue with the leg injury. Here's Matt Fields, who takes down low. We've had those three on our WellSpan Sports Medicine injury report for some time. 1-0 pitch and a swing and a miss. Big biting slider from Neal, who got Fields to line out to short his first time up. Onto his windup. A 1-1. Swung on, chopped to third, pounds, backs up and spears it. He plants and fires and nails him at first. Brian Pounds has put on a clinic every night on how to read grounders off the bat at third. And he backed up on this one. And he knew with topspin it was going to come up hot, but he grabbed it cleanly and made the strong throw, 2 down. Revs fans have loved watching him play this season. Here's David Vidal, and Neal with a slider that bends away. 1 ball and no strikes. Vidal a strikeout victim his first time. The 1-0, and it's a called strike over the outside corner. 3-0 lead here in the top of the fourth. The 1-1, Ground ball left side. That'll find the hole. A base hit. And Vidal with a 2-out single. It's the Patriots' third hit. Our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard today. Final, oh my, oh, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Penny. Oh my goodness. Ice cream delivered to the booth on this final day of the season. We're gonna have to pay for them to stay in York all year. There's Greg Hopkins, who swings and foul tips one into the catcher's mitt. Lancaster leads Long Island 8-0 in the bottom of the sixth. Pitch is over for strike two. Last night, Lancaster came back twice in their final at bat to beat the Ducks. So they're hot, but will it last come Wednesday? There's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Matt Neal on the cutter. He went right at him. Wasn't fooling around. He strikes out Hopkins on 3 pitches and has 5 through 4 innings. No runs on 1 hit, 1 runner left. We go to the bottom half of the 4th inning. It's the Revs 3 and the Patriots nothing.
Payne doesn't take Sunday off. Neither do we. We're open weekdays 8 to 8 and weekends 9 to 6. Just walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics, 2319 South George Street in York, across from the Apple Hill Health Campus. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today.
It's going to be another epic year in high school football, and Sports Radio 1350 is ready for kickoff. Tune in every Friday night this fall for the high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. Plus, go to WOIK1350.com for a full breakdown of the teams and the players of the 2015 York Adams League. The high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. Catch the action every Friday night on Sports Radio 1350, online at WOIK1350.com, or download the WOIK mobile app.
Did you know that Shipley Energy can take care of all your energy needs? From heating oil and propane to providing your home with electricity and natural gas. We also provide heating and air conditioning service and installation. All of your energy needs are under one roof at Shipley Energy. To learn more, visit shipleyenergy.com. Call 855-4SHIPLEY and don't forget to ask about our $100 rebate. Shipley Energy. Energy for life.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK. First in York, first in sports.
Revs with a 3-0 lead as we head to the bottom half of the 4th inning. Matt Neal, a solid first 4 today, and the Revs scoring on Andres Perez RBI double in the first, and Salvador Peniagua's 2-run homer in the second. Brian Pounds to lead things off. He flew to center his first time up. First pitch of the inning is over for a called strike. Revs trying to make the 4th time a charm against Will Oliver here this season. It's the 0-1 and a curveball that just missed. It's 3-0 against York with an ERA of 3. A 1-1. Curveball sat a little high. Oliver began the season in the Frontier League with Evansville, but after the fact determined that he had exceeded the age limit within their setup. Here's the 2-1, and it's outside. It glanced off Vidal's glove and rolled back. But in Evansville this year, he was 9-2 with a 1.59 ERA and 13 starts, 5 complete games. Wind and the 3-1, and a swing and a pop-up. Shallow right, Linton hustling in, way in toward the infield, and he runs it down. Spears put his glove up, shading his eyes right away, the second baseman. I'm not sure he totally knew where it was. So Linton covered all of the ground all the way into shallow right. And one away here in the bottom of the 4th. If you include Oliver's 9-2 mark in Evansville this year, he's a combined 15-3 for the season between Evansville and Somerset. Here's James Simmons, who takes a little bit low. He walked and scored in the second. Oliver's from Southern California, Newport Beach. 6'2" righty. He played high school ball against Thomas Neal, who is not in their lineup today. Here's a swing and a pop-up. Jam Simmons, the third baseman Hopkins, in toward the mound, and he dropped it! And then throws to first, but Simmons is on already. It'll be an error on Hopkins, who lackadaisically trotted in and tried to make a basket catch approaching the mound, and it hit right off the end of his glove. Now the Revs catch a break, and here's Paniagua. He belted that 2-run homer in the second. And a move to first. Simmons dives back. Won't get credit for a hit there, but he is on base again, which he's done a ton of at the bottom of the order here recently. Oliver, another sidearm move to first. Simmons back again. Patriots, the second fewest errors in the league. Only Long Island has committed fewer. And now the first pitch to Paniagua. He tried to stop a fastball in, and he did hold off. He started to move the arms, but held off on it. They'll appeal just to be sure. And no swing is the call. Now the plate ump just signaled 2-0, but that was the first pitch. He may have forgotten to reset his clicker. Next one is fouled back into the netting. He may have forgotten to reset that thing after that strange play with Simmons. He's on base with one out here in the bottom of the 4th. Another move to first, and Simmons diving back again. Oliver made it as high as single A with the Yankees, a 35th round pick in 2010. Deals and a curveball waved out and missed. Now a snap throw down, and Simmons trots back on safely. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Stretch, and he deals. Simmons running, curveball ripped foul. Polo had the duck, and it skips up the stands in left. As Paniagua got around and yanked it foul. Simmons running on that pitch will have to head back. Oliver lost his second start, so he's won 5 straight. 6-1 record. Now deals, and a curveball popped in the air in center, and Tucker having trouble with the sun. He's there though and makes the grab. He was staggering under it a bit and then put the glove up to shade his eyes. 2 outs in the inning, and Nick Ferdinand coming up. This is the second time the Revs have closed the regular season against Somerset. They finished on the road in 09 at Somerset. There's a throw to first and in the dirt, and Fields has to pick it with Simmons back on safely. It's the second time, though, that they've finished at home against Somerset. They played the home finale in 2012 against the Patriots, and kind of similar to today. Very festive, great weather. Here's a throw to first, and Simmons back standing. And it was Noack who that year was assaulting the Revs' home run record, had already broken it. He hit another one that day. This year, Perez leading the league in ribbies. He adds another one today as Ferdinand takes a strike. Kind of reminds you of that one. That was a 2-0 win in 2012. Thurm pitched that day. There's the 0-1. And a fastball just missed down and away. In that game, they actually officially clinched their postseason berth and then went on the road to Sugar Land to finish that regular season, which they had done 3 straight years before this season. A 1-1 and a curveball flutters up there for a called strike. Oliver ahead, 1-2. Simmons at first with 2 outs. And the pitch, swung on, fouled back upstairs. Ferdinand, who's hit safely in 7 of his last 8 games coming in today. Was hit by a pitch. His first time up in this one. Oliver deals, Simmons runs again, and a bouncing ball hit to short. And Dino a little juggle. He'll sidearm it to first, though, and still in time to get Ferdinand. And that'll end the inning. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 left. It's on to the 5th. Here in the 2015 season finale, the Revs lead it 3-0.
Tennis used to be a very polite game. Today, tennis... Ace. Raises a racket.
Flying feet.
The style, the play, and the players are intense, athletic, and hard-charging. Flying Feet Sports Shoes welcomes the evolution of tennis and its battling players with a full line of specialty tennis shoes worthy of the new game. These aren't stand-around, look-pretty shoes. These are co-conspirators for the court. Shoes that will endure opponent after opponent, match after match. Shoes that move when and how you move and stop at your command. Shoes that fit and feel good so your feet are ready and able to take that next set. Flying Feet's team includes Asics, New Balance, Wilson, and K-Swiss in widths that fit. And the Flying Feet staff is always on the sidelines ready to help with your selection. Tennis, it's a whole new game. Be prepared to play it well.
Flying feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes, just off exit 18 of I-83, right behind Domino's in York.
Hi, this is Tom Dasher, president of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in retirement planning and strategies to meet individual personal goals. Whether you are looking for wealth accumulation or to maximize your retirement income. Oh, heck, this is sounding just like another commercial. Hey, listen, it's this simple. We use risk-free investment vehicles, whether you are looking to still build wealth accumulation or you want retirement income or a combination of both. It is all about getting your money parked in the place that will benefit you the most. If you want to do that, call me. My office number is 246-3879, or my mobile is 487-2096, or contact me at my new website at tomdasher.com.
Follow York Sports on your Android. Search Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Nothing the lead. We head to the 5th inning. Nate Spears will lead it off for Somerset. And Matt Neal back to work. First pitch of the inning is right there for a strike. He's at 52 pitches through 4. Now the 0-1. And a swing and a foul out of play. Third base side. Spears grounded out to second base, his first at bat. Neal the windup and the 0-2. And it tails down and in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And he fires. Curveball hit in the air, right field. Boggs going back on it. Still back to the front of the track, and he runs it down. He had it all the way. Spears some carry, but flies out to deep right center. 1 down. We'll pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Revolution Radio.
First in York, first in sports. Your only local sports station. The new Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, York, Pennsylvania.
1 down. Here's Johnny Tucker, and he takes a first pitch strike. Tucker, who grounded out to first base, his first at bat. The 0-1 from Neal, and that one misses high. Neal, the former Marlins draft pick out of BYU, and then last season in the Rays system before joining York. And a cutter dances off the plate away. 2 balls and a strike. Former competitive swimmer in high school. He deals, and a swing and a foul back into the upper deck. And it comes bouncing down in front. Somebody made a nice grab off the rebound. That's the way to do it. 2-2. And the pitch swung on and fouled away. In right field, it lands down near the picnic area entrance. And he'll try it again. And a swing and a miss. Another one rung up for Neal. A fastball down that Tucker swings through, and that's his 6th strikeout of the day. 2 down here in the top of the 5th. Rebs a 3-0 lead. Here's our K-man, Ollie Linton. Linton reached on an infield hit in his first at bat. And Neal delivers, and it just missed low right as a bird flew by behind home plate. Didn't distract him. It lands right in front of Somerset's dugout, though. They have no idea what to do with it. Here's a fastball for a strike. And the count 1-1. The pitch. Fastball a little high. Thing flew right in front of Brett Jody's face, I believe. There against the railing. 2-1. And a ground ball at first. Nash with a great backhand grab. He'll feed Neal, who wins the foot race. Nicely done. And another 1-2-3 inning. Nash backhanding it and leading his pitcher, who got there just ahead of the speedy Linton. And he'll toss it up into the stands, a souvenir for someone behind the dugout. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Rebs lead it 3-0.
Nobody can turn your backyard into a backyard paradise better than Paradise Landscaping and Hardscaping. The outdoor pros at Paradise offer full outdoor maintenance, landscaping, hardscape design and installation. And when it comes to fall planting, mulching, and cleaning up fallen leaves, you're in luck, Rebs fans. Call before September 1st to schedule your fall cleanup and clean up with 10% off. Estimates are free, fully insured. Call 577-6234 or check them out on Facebook. Paradise Landscaping and Hardscaping in York.
An invasive pest that's already killed millions of ash trees is bearing down on our communities. The emerald ash borer, or EAB, means certain death for every ash tree it infects. The good news is that you can protect your property's ash trees with help from Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. Our EAB prevention methods are effective, environmentally safe, and less costly than removing your dead tree which is the only alternative to prevention. Learn more at heritagelawnandlandscape.com.
Get into the ball game with great savings and great weekly specials at all your favorite neighborhood family markets. Use your gold card every time you shop, and you'll automatically receive your savings and rewards. And you'll get incredible deals on the new Best Yet brand products at Nell's, Saubles, Wetzel's, Chris's New Oxford, and Stauffer's Downingtown markets. So get into the game with some great savings at all your favorite neighborhood family markets. Always a hit and always a great catch.
There's only one place for local high school sports. Sports Radio 1350.
Nothing the lead. We go to the bottom of the fifth inning. I had vacated my booth between innings and apparently almost had a hot dog blasted in here. The hot dog launcher is here today, or the cannon. It's Dollar Dog Day, presented by Hatfield Quality Meats. The Eric Patterson leading off the home fifth. And looks at a ball away from Oliver. 3-0 the lead, the top of the order for the Revs. Patterson 2 at-bats, 2 groundouts. 1-0, and that misses the corner away. 2 balls, no strikes. And the pitch swung on and fouled back up over the roof. Our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard. Southern Maryland is at Bridgeport and leading 3-1 in the 7th. Lancaster now leads Long Island 10-0 in the 7th. There's a pitch in the dirt outside. Now 3-1. And at 5:05 Eastern, Camden is at Sugarland. 3-1. And a ground ball to shortstop. Backhanded by Andino. Fires just in time. Just nipped Patterson. Bang, bang play. They had him played to pull, so Andino was up the middle, and Patterson ended up slapping it right at him. And he waited for it. Backhanded it. And threw, and it was just in time. He almost waited too long. Here's Mikey Reynolds with 1 away. Mikey, a hit by pitch, a steal, and a run in the first inning. First offering is over the inner half, a called strike. Then in the second inning, he scalded one, but hit the line drive right at the center fielder to end the inning. The 0-1 and a curveball. It hooks down low. Swinging a tapped foul, third base side. Rolling down to Polo, who along with Mays completes his 6th season on the Revs staff here today. Both came to York in 2010. It was the 1-2. And a line drive pulled foul down into the Somerset bullpen. That's another one that Mikey was all over. The 2 that he has smoked today, he lined out on one of them and a foul ball on this one. Another 1-2 and a curveball chopped on the ground at short. Andino gloves it on the high hop and fires to first just in time. This time he showed off the arm a little bit more so. Mikey flying through first base. And Andino couldn't mess around there. 2 down on ground balls. Andino has handled the last 3 outs for Oliver. It's his 4th ground ball handled today. And here's Andres Perez, who's 1 for 2 with an RBI double in the first inning. who else but Dre? And he swings first pitch and pops a foul out of play, first base side. He came in today leading the league in RBIs by 8 over Chris Wallace. Now it's 9. And Wallace and the Skeeters will play at 5:05. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. As Oliver took a little something off. And he came in today tied with Wallace for the league lead in doubles. Well, now he's one ahead there with 33. The 0-2. Swung on, slapped on the ground to second. Clean hop for Spears. A couple of steps to his left. He'll throw on to first to end the inning. 3 ground ball outs for Will Oliver in a 1-2-3 fifth. And they'll come out and do one final infield drag for the 2015 season. We go to the 6th. Revs lead it 3-0.
We have the tasty 58.
Maple Donuts presents Real Fantasy Football, a game where every run is a first down, no pass is ever intercepted, and your team always wins. Maple Donuts knows a thing or two about putting together a great roster. Every day, Charlie Donuts 58 varieties get drafted by dozens upon dozens of eager Maple Donut fans. Best of all, in this league, you don't have to stick with today's Baker's Dozen. Next time out, make a trade. Jelly-filled for peanut butter icing, glazed for cream-filled, vanilla sprinkles for chocolate long johns. You're the owner of this fantasy team. If you want to declare chocolate peanut covered as an all-time auto draft pick, then go right ahead. And don't forget to work a cup of Maple Donuts' famous coffee into the game plan. At Maple Donuts, every day is game day.
Maple Donuts taste right. 58 tasty great. Anytime, day or night. For appetite delight. Maple Donuts taste right.
It's time again for York Mitsubishi's fall sales event featuring 0% financing for 72 months and a $500 rebate on all 2015 Outlander Sports and Lancers. Or try the 2015 Mirage DE, the best price car in America today that gets up to 44 miles per gallon for only $11,995. And finally, the all-new 2016 Outlander 4-wheel drive with standard 7-passenger seating. All Outlanders, Outlander Sports, Lancers, and Mirages get our famous 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Stop by York Mitsubishi and see what we can do for you. Excludes Evo, Rallyart, and iMeave.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Three 0 the lead. We head to the 6th inning. Had the Redland Little Leaguers participating in the Sheets Bilderberger between innings. Robert Andino leads things off, and Neal fires a strike across. Top of the order for Somerset. Andino has struck out and flied out today. There's the 0-1, and a slider missed a little high. "66 pitches through 5. He deals. And a ground ball off the end of the bat to short. Mikey's got it cleanly. He'll pump and throw and gets him at first. One away here in the top of the 6th. Bring on Aaron Eggleston. Eggleston a fly out and a ground ball fielder's choice thus far. And Neal delivers. Fastball, it's in for a strike. Wine, the 0-1. Curveball missed up high. Patriots will play the Ducks on Wednesday night. Barnstormers will play the Blue Crabs. The 1-1. One of misses down and in. The Revs are clearly the best left out. Here's a ground ball to second. Backhanded neatly by Patterson up the middle. He plants and fires and guns him down at first. 2 away. Patterson was shading Eggleston toward the hole, had to scamper to his right, and he got there and made the clean backhand pick. 2 down in the inning on a pair of ground outs. Patriots have right-hander Kyler Newby up in their bullpen. Let's see if Will Oliver's done after 5. Here's Mike Wilson, and well, that wasn't even close. Newby just threw one that ends up out behind the pitcher's mound. I assume it bounced. And time is called as that ball's thrown back. Mike Wilson, the hitter, has singled and struck out. First pitch from Neal, a half swing. He was fooled, went around on it. Now the 0-1. And did he do it again? Appeal to first, not this time. Pitch was low, and he almost committed on this one too, but held off. Like Neal maybe threw the same thing. 1-1, and there's a fastball for a strike. Neal's been hitting his spots all day. Ahead in the count, 1-2. And he delivers, and a liner to center. Coming in is Simmons. He's got it. Hangs up for him, and Simmons makes the grab on the line drive to straightaway center. And another 1-2-3 inning for Matt Neal. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning here in this 2015 season finale. It's the Revs 3 and the Patriots nothing.
Broadway transmission? I don't know how they do it.
We've been in business for 60 years at the same location.
I don't know how they do it.
It's our long-term nationwide warranties.
Oh, and don't forget our online appointment scheduling.
I still don't know how they do it.
They towed my van at no cost with my repair.
It's our ATRA certified technicians. Don't forget the good-looking genius in the office.
Come on, man.
I know they helped me with financing. Still, with my bad credit, I don't know how they do it.
I did my research and felt comfortable that Broadway is a AAA approved specialty repair shop. I showed my AAA card and saved some hard-earned cash.
I was happy to get a $100 rebate in the mail after the job was done.
I sure don't know how they do it, but I do know they get it done, and they get it done right.
Broadway transmission. We'll get your shift together and back on the road fast. Check us out on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
This is the Rich Eisen Show.
Do it for me. Do it for America.
Rich Eisen.
Looks like Mark Sanchez, this is his team now. And he dropped a 50-yard dime on Jeremy Macklin in his first pass attempt. And Jason Peters says he didn't know it was Sanchez back there. He didn't know that Foles went out. He turns around to celebrate with his quarterback and give him an attaboy. And it's Sanchez.
The Rich Eisen Show.
Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports. On air, online, and on your smartphone. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Bottom of the 6th inning, 3-0. The Revs lead it here in the 2015 finale. Right-hander Kyler Newby, the new pitcher for Somerset. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Will Oliver goes 5 innings, 76 pitches, 48 strikes. Gave up 3 runs, all earned, just 2 hits. Struck out only 1. He hit 2 batters, walked 1. It'll be the first time that he doesn't win a start against the Revs in 4 outings against York. Somerset with Ricky Claudio in the game in left field now. Made a defensive change. And here's Brandon Boggs, who looks at a strike. And I guess it's just to rest Eggleston for the remainder of the regular season. 0-1 is outside, a ball. Boggs is struck out and lined out on a hard hit ball at second base. The 1-1, and it sinks down low. Pitch, and that misses down and in. 3-1. Newby just reactivated, and Somerset's got more than the 25 players currently. The 3-1, and a swing at a foul tip held on to. It'll be a full count. Revs beat Newby in an extra inning game at Somerset a couple of weeks back. The right-hander stretches and deals. And it's off the plate away. He walks the first one that he faces. And Brandon Boggs with his league-leading 72nd walk. And Mikey Reynolds will follow. I'm sorry, Talvin Nash. Beg your pardon. I don't know how I had Mikey there. Nash today, 2 at-bats, 2 ground outs. And Newby delivers a slider. It breaks onto the outside corner for a strike. Boggs, 72 walks, now the 3rd most in a season in Revs history. He was tied for 3rd most with Chris Nowak in 2012 entering today. The 0-1 and a slider over at the knees for a strike. And the only 2 that have more, Scott Grimes had 84 in 2010. Nate Espy had 81 in 2007. Both led the league. Boggs will be the Revs' first league leader in walks since Grimes in 2010. Pitch to Nash, and a swing and a miss on the slider. And Newby with the K for his first out. And Brian Pounds up next. Pounds 2 flyouts on the day. And Newby ready. He deals down and away. 1 ball and no strikes on Pounds, who, speaking of walks, is 2nd in the league in that department. And the Revs 2nd as a team in walks and on base percentage. And they're way ahead of the next closest team. As Boggs took off before the pitch, he will steal. A slider is over for a strike. There's no throw, and Boggs is in standing up. And he's got his 10th stolen base of the season. Took off before Newby had even lifted his leg or made a move. 1-1. Swung on, rolled toward the middle. It's shortstop Andino, cuts it off. He spins and throws it away. And Boggs coming home. He'll score. Throw to second. Pounds is awarded second base. As it left the field of play, it'll be an infield hit for Pounds and a throwing error on Andino. And it's a 4-0 Revs lead here in the bottom of the 6th. Now Fields played the carom on the throw back to him and then fired to second. Pounds had slowed down on the approach, hearing that it was ruled to go out of play. And that would have awarded Boggs the plate anyway. Here's James Simmons, who lays off a ball away. So 4-0 lead. The Revs with just their 3rd hit, but they have 4 runs out of the deal. And Andino did all he could. He's made some outstanding plays like that, but this one got away on the throw. There's the 1-0, and that's over for a strike. He cut it off up the middle. He did a 360 and tried to rifle it to first off balance on the run, but he spiked it past Fields. Now the stretch. And the 1-1 to Simmons. Slider just missed away. Simmons has walked and scored and also reached on an error. The Revs taking advantage of opportunities today. And of the 4 runs they've scored, 3 have reached on walks or hit by pitches. Here's a swing and a miss on a slider, 2-2. Or 1-2, excuse me. The exception being Paniagua's home run in the second inning. He batted himself right around the bases. He waits on deck. Newby the stretch. And the 1-2. Slider in the dirt outside as Vidal fights to get over in front of it. Newby 8-4 out of their bullpen, 48 games, 3.62 ERA. Now apparently the sideboard was a ball short. Plate on John Harrington says it's 3-2. Pounds out there at second with 1 out. And the pitch to Simmons, a line drive, base hit, left center. Pounds will be sent. He'll score without a play, 5-0, as James Simmons adds the RBI single. He'll finish the year on a 5-game hitting streak and a 5-0 lead. And here comes Brett Jody to make a move. Revs looking for their 40th win of the second half today and a 5-0 lead here in the bottom of the 6th. And Newby will head off. Gus Schlosser will come in. James Simmons now with 11 driven in his last 14. 18 hits in those 14. 22nd RBI in his last 30, and he has been outstanding down the stretch as well. Schlosser will take over. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. And a 5-0 Revs lead here in the bottom of the 6th. Now, even when Constanza was playing every day in center, they knew Simmons would be an important piece with Constanza, or every day if Constanza got picked up, which he did, and Simmons has played every day in center down the stretch and has played extremely well. Defensively, he can really go get it. And his hitting has come around big time, like the guy that really had torched the Revs over the years when he was with Bridgeport. And the big thing that Mace talked about was earlier this season he was very pull happy, and once they got him to hit it the other way, it all unlocked for him again. Schlosser's ready to go, and Salvador Paniagua will greet him. Paniagua 1 for 2 with the 2-run homer back in the second inning. His 7th of the year. Made it 3-0. Now the Revs have added 2 more in the 6th. First pitch from Schlosser is over the outside corner for a strike. He throws from a 3/4 angle. Big 6'4" righty. Was in the majors with Atlanta last season. The 0-1 and a swing and a foul back off the top of the net. He's 1-0 with a 3.44 ERA in 16 games. And into his stretch. Here's the 0-2. Slider tailed down low. Revs with their highest win total in a second half since 2012. It's the 1-2 and a foul tip. Glanced off Vidal's glove. The 40 win mark for a half is pretty significant, and normally it puts you in a great position to get in. 1-2, runner goes, a slider away. Vidal, an off-balance fall-down throw. It was accurate but late. Simmons steals. That ball bending down and away. Vidal had to backhand and then was falling to his right as he threw it to second. Made a great effort, but Simmons steals his 13th of the year, his 4th with York. Revs were 3 behind the Ducks for second in the league in steals entering today, and they have 3 in this game. Let's see what Long Island did. As Schlosser asked for Vidal to come out and talk with him. Now Long Island's down 11-0 in the 8th at Lancaster on our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard. I doubt that they're running a whole lot in that game. Trailing by that much. If the Revs can get to 40 wins, it would be the 5th time that they've done that in a half. And the 3rd time in a second half. Pitch to Paniagua is grounded to third. Hopkins has it right in front of it. And he'll toss it across to first for the out. Simmons stays at second with 2 down. That'll bring up Nick Ferdinand. Ferdinand, a hit by pitch and a ground out so far today. And Schlosser deals. It's over the inside corner for a strike. The Revs, since July 24th, 33-21. There's the 0-1. And a line drive, base hit to left. Over the leaping Hopkins, they're sending Simmons. Claudio the throw, it's late. Simmons scores standing. Ferdinand dives back in ahead of the throw from Vidal. And it's 6-0 York here in the bottom of the 6th. Nick Ferdinand adds an RBI single. Pulled it to left, over toward the line. And Simmons scoring from second on it after stealing earlier in the inning. And the Revs with 3 here in the 6th to double their lead. Ferdinand will finish the year with a hit in 8 of his last 9. Here's Eric Patterson, who takes a little low. It is Ferdinand's 9th RBI in 13 games in September. All across the board, these guys finishing with a flourish. Pitch to Patterson, a swing and a foul tip. Rattled somebody's gear behind home plate. Patterson looking to get involved. He has been retired on 3 groundouts. Schlosser the stretch. A 1-1, and it slipped and missed way outside. Revs also since August 5th have gone 27-17. A win today, they would tie a season high at 11 games over 500. The 2-1, and it's a little bit high. So they are trying to get to the 40-win mark for the half, and actually playing one fewer game in the half. The 3-1, and a called strike over the inside corner. Now a full count, and Ferdinand will have the head start from first. Schlosser ready. And the 3-2 swung on, ripped, base hit! Right down the line, into the right field corner. Ferdinand around third, he's gonna score! Patterson with an RBI double, and it's 7-0 as he kicks the extra point. RBI double, and 8 of the 9 in today's season-ending lineup either have a hit, an RBI, or a run scored. Actually, an RBI or a run scored for 8 of the 9, regardless of hits. And here's Mikey Reynolds, 7-0 the lead. And the first pitch, a breaking ball over for a strike. Patterson's 45th extra base hit of the year. That's 5th in the league. Schlosser ready. The 0-1. And a ground ball tight to the line at third. Sliding pick, Hopkins. He pops up, throw is late, and Mikey's got a hit. He legs out the infield knock. The Revs with their 7th hit, their 5th this inning, and they have batted around here in the 6th. Hopkins slid to his right. He knocked it down, picked it up quickly, but not in time to get Mikey. And here's Andres Perez. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI double that opened the scoring back in the first. $7-0 the lead with a 4-run 6th. Here's the stretch. First pitch, down and away. It missed. Boy, what fun this team has been to watch. Here's the 1-0. And that's over for a strike. An RBI for Patterson was his 58th. Ferdinand had picked up his 29th before that. Everybody looking to finish strong today. The 1-1 and a pop-up. Foul ground. The first baseman fields toward the dugout and out of room. It lands halfway back in the crowd, packed behind that Revs dugout. And Perez at bat still alive. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Ninth hitter of the inning. Revs batting around for the 25th time this season. The 1-2. Slider grounded to third base. Clean hop for Hopkins right by the line. He'll throw it across in time at first. And that'll end the inning. But the Revs blow this game open with a 4-run bat-around 6th. 5 hits, 1 error, 2 men left. We go to the 7th this afternoon in the season finale. It's the Revs 7 and the Patriots nothing.
Providing quality services efficiently and in a timely manner to its clients is the mission of the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins. GSLSC is equipped to handle any real estate transactions, leases, residential and commercial real estate settlements, zoning issues, and all matters involving municipalities. They are also experienced in the formation and operation of family real estate ventures that are tax sensitive to the needs of the investors. Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins is an approved title insurance agency and can provide you with title insurance and legal representation at one low cost when buying a home or investment property. Don't risk any real estate settlement without an experienced real estate attorney from the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins at your side. Phone 717-757-7602. They've been handling residential and commercial real estate matters in South Central Pennsylvania for more than 50 years. With mortgage interest rates at an all-time low, now is the time to buy or refinance. Phone 717-757-7602 today or visit their website, gslsc.com.
Savory's Funnel Cakes have brought their delicious funnel cakes from the York Fair to Santander Stadium. Be sure to visit their stand on the third base concourse near the hop corner, as they offer both regular and pumpkin funnel cakes. Also, be sure to check out Savory's Funnel Cake Eating Challenge played between innings during York Evolution home games. They also offer event catering. Give Savory's a call at 717-271-3485. That's 717-271-3485. Savory's Funnel Cakes, York's delicious delicacy for all to enjoy.
The radio home of the Revs. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Seven 0 the lead as we head to the seventh inning. This team on such a roll. It's really a shame to see it end today, but they are celebrating 2015 the right way as Matt Fields takes down and away from Matt Neal, whose lead has more than doubled heading to the seventh. There's the 1-0. And that misses down and away on Fields, who's lined to short and grounded to third base. Middle third of the order for Somerset. The 2-0 from Neal, and he swings and fouls it back to the top of the netting. On the 2-1, and a slider down and away. Revs an 11-6 win last night. They lead 7-0 as we start the seventh today. 3-1, and it's down and outside. The first walk of the entire game from Neal. Just the fourth base runner against him. He's only given up 3 hits. Now a leadoff runner to begin the seventh. David Vidal up next. Vidal a strikeout and a single this afternoon. And Neal with the pitch. Swinging, he beats a foul over toward his on-deck hitter Hopkins. Looks like Ron Scooters is going to start throwing in the Revs bullpen. A leadoff walk came after Neal had sat in the dugout for some time after that long sixth inning. The 0-1 and a fastball. It's a called strike. Outer half. Pitchers won't complain about the run support, though, that the Revs have been providing. And this offense has been potent. There's the 0-2. Oh, just missed away. Since July 14th, almost the entire second half, they've averaged over 5.5 runs per game. And since August 5th, they've averaged 6.3 per game. That is incredible. Here's a swing and a fly ball, right field. Boggs chasing it deep. And off his glove, trying to make the over-the-shoulder grab. It lands on the track. He'll grab it as it bounces off the fence padding. and fires it in. It'll be a double for Vidal. Patterson kind of slipped, cutting it off. He's back to his feet. They hold Fields at third, but on the double, Somerset has their first two runners in scoring position all day. Second and third to begin the seventh. And Fletch will make his way out for a visit. First extra base hit given up by Neal all afternoon. And Boggs almost made an outstanding play, going straight back over his head. That'll be second and third while the visit wraps up. We'll pause 10 seconds for station identification here on Revolution Radio.
First in York, first in sports. Your only local sports station. The new Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, York, Pennsylvania.
And the conference concluding. It is Ron Scutters who's throwing in the York bullpen. Hopkins the hitter, 2 strikeouts on the day. And Neal ready. First offering is fouled off up over the roof on the first base side. On the stretch, and the 0-1. Swinging a bouncer just past Neal's glove and up the middle. And one run in. Simmons' throw is cut at the mound. Both runs score, and it's 7-2. He just missed getting leather on it. Greg Hopkins, the 2-run single up the middle. And Fields and Vidal both come home on it. So the shutout broken up. And a 7-2 game here in the top of the 7th. That'll bring on Nate Spears. First pitch, he swings and slaps one fair the other way and down the left field line. Into the corner, Hopkins approaching third, he'll stop there. Spears is in with a double, 4 straight of reach, 3 straight hits. And that'll be the end of the day for Neal, but he was brilliant through the first 6 innings. Mace on his way to the mound, and Neal disappointed that he can't go deeper, but in line for another win. And he'll hand it to the bullpen to try to finish it off. The ball from the bullpen rolls right to the plate ump. Neal will head off to a standing O, as he was outstanding here in the season finale. He'll leave with a 7-2 lead. Wanted to finish the inning that he started, but after that lengthy wait in the dugout, Somerset making their first noise of the entire day. So Scooters will take over. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Neal finishes with 88 pitches, 59 for strikes. His first 6 innings, and he is responsible for the 2 runners on base. His first 6, he had given up just 3 hits, no walks, and had struck out 6. Scooters takes over here. And he's looking to rebound. He suffered a loss on Thursday night, giving up a solo home run in a tie game. But the inning before that, he had gone 1-2-3. Had been 4-0. Out of the Revs bullpen, he's 4-1 for the season at .266 ERA in 24 outings. Johnny Tucker is who he will face first. Scooters with a couple more warm-ups remaining. On our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard, Southern Maryland's blown it open. They now lead 8-2 in the 9th in Bridgeport. And Lancaster will finish the season with 7 straight wins. They lead Long Island 11-0 in the 9th. Camden and Sugar Land coming up about an hour from now. Tucker, the hitter, second and third, still no outs. Revs are looking for outs at this point with a 7-2 lead. Even if both of these runs score but they get out of the inning with nothing else, they're still in good shape. Paniagua needing a moment, tending to his mask, and now he's ready to squat down. Tucker, a ground out and a strikeout. And Scooter's ready. Out of the stretch, he kicks and fires, and a swing and a pop-up, golfed in the air in shallow left center. Mikey out from short. Ferdinand calls him off and drops it. And coming in to score is Hopkins from third at 7-3, and there's still no outs. It was a late call-off, and Mikey got out of the way, and Ferdinand, maybe the biggest problem was how late it was called. And he came in and reached at the end, and it hit off his glove. He didn't call it soon enough to completely get under it. And he'll be charged with the error. First error of the day for the Revs. Spears with that ball in the air not far from second base. He stays there. And it's first and second, still no outs. Ollie Linton, the hitter. First pitch from Scooters is hit in the air, foul down the left field side. 7-3 the lead. Linton 1 for 2 with an infield hit and a ground out. The 0-1 and a breaking ball missed high. Now the Revs will send Josh Judy to the bullpen mound. There's the stretch. And the 1-1. Swung on, jammed him. It's fisted foul in the air behind the Patriot dugout. And a fan who stayed in his seat catches it barehanded. 1 ball, 2 strikes on our K-man today. Scooter's ready. And he fires. Swing, and Linton just got a piece. Taps a foul over toward the York dugout. Ready to go. And he'll try it again. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Foul tip squeeze. Breadsticks for the finale, for the dessert on this season. And an all-important first out here in the top of the 7th. 1 down, and we go back to the top of their order. Robert Andino, the hitter, is struck out, flied out, and grounded out. Scooter is trying to put the clamps down on this 7th inning rally. First pitch is a changeup down and in. Judy playing catch in the Revs bullpen should he be needed. Have a full stack down there today, whoever they need to go to. The 1-0, swung on, popped up, foul ground. Nash charging toward the stands and out of room, lands a few rows in, and it bounced back to him. He caught it off the bounce, trying to pull a fast one on Buzz Albert, the first base ump, and tosses it into the crowd. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Andino digs back in. There's an eagle overhead. And the Scooters will step off. We do have an eagle nearby that we've seen from time to time. There's the 1-1, and it misses outside. He is circling over home plate. Maybe an omen as we head into year 10 next season, 10th anniversary season. Here's the stretch, and the 2-1. Change out, misses high. Now if Andino gets on, the tying run comes to the plate. It's not Eggleston, it's Claudio, who came into the game defensively last inning. Scooter is checking, he deals. Missed inside, and the tying run will bat. A walk to load the bases. It was close. And Ricky Claudio will bat for the first time today. And Judy will probably come in to face Mike Wilson, who's next. They have a bunch of right-handers after this. Claudio is left-handed. Scooters will face him. He's hitting .299 in 25 games with Somerset. And the first pitch, swing and a miss. He chases up and in. Claudio runs pretty well too. Not the easiest guy to double up. The stretch. And the 0-1. Swung on, bounced to third. Pounds plays the hop, goes to second. The turn is in time! 5-4-3 double play. They do double him up. And Scooters is out of the inning, around the horn, and works out of the bases loaded jam. Somerset with 3, no more than that. 3 hits, 1 error, 2 men left. 7th inning stretch. The Revs in front, 7-3.
Get ready for winter now and save big on your heating oil or propane costs. Call today to schedule your first fill, and don't forget to ask our energy advisors about the right money-saving plan or budget to fit your lifestyle. Lock in your rate and protect your price all winter. Our price-protected customers save an average of $325 per year. Visit ShipleyEnergy.com or call 855-4SHIPLEY, and don't forget to ask about our $100 rebate. Shipley Energy, energy for life.
High school football is on Sports Radio 1350 this fall. Tune in every Friday night for the WOYK High School Football Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. Your kids, your teams.
Henry has it, turns the corner, he's inside the 5, he's at the goal line, he's into the end zone. Andrew Henry, 7-yard touchdown run, would not be denied.
It's local sports from local people on York's only local sports station. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Come on!
Colin Cowherd.
Here's Chip Kelly talking about Tim Tebow once he released it.
I didn't feel like he was good enough to be the 3 right now.
He didn't say backup that just gets in. They're not good enough to be the 3rd-string quarterback. And here's the thing. You can have him on the roster. You can't have him right behind Sam Bradford, who would pull a hammy yawning.
This is The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. All about local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Revs a 7-3 lead. Ron Scooter's escaping any further damage with that big double play with the bases loaded. The tying run had come to the plate. But still a commanding lead for the Revs as we go to the bottom of the 7th. We had God Bless America perform between innings. The left-hander Buddy Boshier is the new pitcher, is now going through his warm-ups. 7 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for York, 3 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for Somerset. Bashir's 3-1, a 1.03 ERA in 51 games. Has 1 save, 52 2/3 innings, 38 hits. Opponents hitting 196. Has walked 13 and struck out 69. Boggs, Nash, and Pounds to face him. Here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And the Revs have Judy getting ready for the 8th. I better not open this. More listener feedback. Rami does not like my lack of phonetic pronunciation of this reliever's name, which we hashed out on the rant during yesterday's pregame. I guess we didn't really hash it out because I continue to do it. Here's Brandon Boggs, who's 0 for 2 with a walk, a steal, and a run scored. And, all right, Rami. Boschers misses inside for ball 1. Rami was very adamant that it's Boschers, not Boshiers. The 1-0 and a line drive hit hard in center. Tucker tiptoes back, though. He'll turn and wait and squeezes it. As Boggs hit it hard to straightaway center, but lines out. He's 0 for 3 on the day, but 2 of the outs have been hit right on the nose. Here's Talvin Nash, who's 0 for 3. Despite that, though, what a surge to the finish line. First pitch to him is over for a strike. Revs as a team have hit 291 since August 3rd. That is incredible. A fastball away, 1-1. Some of the other highlights from this year, the 23 last at-bat victories, 9 extra inning wins. Here's the 1-1, and that's up and in as Nash spins away. 11 walk-off wins, shattering the previous record. 10 different players with walk-off RBIs out of the 11. Pitch, and a swing and a miss on a slider down. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The power numbers, 6 different players with double digits in homers. That ties a team record and leads the league. Here's the stretch, the 2-2, and it misses high and away. A full count on Nash. Now the stretch and the 3-2, and it's in the dirt and bounces away right past Pounds, who's on deck. Nash with the 1-out walk. He entered today, by the way, speaking of his power numbers, with 13 homers for the season in 63 games. That's a pace for 29 homers in 140 games. Oh, 1-out base runner for Pounds. He's 1 for 3. Infield hit and a run scored. First pitch to him is over for a strike. The stretch. And the 0-1. Swinging another foul, first base side, over towards Simmons, who waits next. Rami sent me a message. I just listened to it. I could have played that one on the air. He's right. Pitch to Pounds is fouled back against the netting. It remains 0-2. (7-3) the lead here in the bottom of the 7th. Now the stretch. And another 0-2. And another foul. This one in the air and off to the right field side. That'll bounce off, I believe, the light pole and into the picnic area. Another 0-2. And it's down and in as Pounds dances back. One and two. James Simmons waiting on deck. Wilson Valdez not in today. He had a little hamstring tightness last night when Mikey went in for him. 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Bo Shears gets Pounds on the changeup. 2 down. Jacob Calderon and Luis De La Cruz also on the bench today watching. Here's James Simmons with Nash at first and 2 outs. Simmons 1 for 2. An RBI single, a steal, 2 runs scored. He's also reached safely on a walk. And the first pitch, a swing and a miss on a slider. Somerset trying to get all of their pitchers tuned up heading into the postseason. Here's the 0-1 and a fastball just inside. You'd have to think that they would be the favorite out of the 4, but you just never know. The 1-1 and a swing and a miss on a slider. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now they've had their offense clicking this season a little bit more so than the past couple of years when they came up just short. Now the stretch, the 1-2, and a ground ball to third base, and Hopkins stays with it. He handles it, hits sharply, and throws on to second for the inning-ending force. No runs, no hits, 1 runner left. And we'll go to the 8th here in the season finale. The Revs in front, 7-3.
Nobody can turn your backyard into a backyard paradise better than Paradise Landscaping and Hardscaping. The outdoor pros at Paradise offer full outdoor maintenance, landscaping, hardscape design and installation. And when it comes to fall planting, mulching, and cleaning up fallen leaves, you're in luck, Revs fans. Call before September 1st to schedule your fall cleanup and clean up with 10% off. Estimates are free, fully insured. Call 577-6234 or check them out on Facebook. Paradise Landscaping and Hardscaping in York.
WellSpan has helped many professional, student, and recreational athletes stay at the top of their game. And they can do the same for you. Our winning team offers everything from concussion management and sports nutrition to physical therapy and more. For more information, call 877-482-5420 or visit wellspan.org/sportsmedicine.
Get into the ball game with great savings and great weekly specials at all your favorite neighborhood family markets. Use your gold card every time you shop, and you'll automatically receive your savings and rewards. And you'll get incredible deals on the new Best Yet brand products at Nell's, Saubles, Wetzel's, Chris's New Oxford, and Stauffer's Downingtown markets. So get into the game with some great savings at all your favorite neighborhood family markets. Always a hit and always a great catch.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
On to the 8th inning. It is a 7-3 York lead here in the final game of the 9th season of Revs baseball. Josh Judy will take over. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. And Mike Wilson to lead things off. Revs looking to nail this one down. Lead's been cut to 4, but still in control. First pitch to Wilson is popped up, and Reynolds at short backs out. His arms to his side, now comes in as the wind grabs it, and he squeezes for the first out. One pitch, one out for Judy in the 8th. The relievers often throw the football around in the outfield before the game, and Judy was doing that and was remarking how the wind was really grabbing the football earlier today, and did the same on that pop-up there as Mikey had to come in a few steps, but no problem handling it. Here's Matt Fields, and he takes a fastball at the knees for a strike. 92 from Judy. Came back this season from a nasty situation last year. He deals and misses up high at 93. You wonder if maybe as the years gone on, he's gotten stronger. He came back from a broken elbow last year that he suffered on a pitch. It was the 1-1 and a slider. He snaps off a good one, a called strike. That was in the Dodgers system that happened to him. Well, he's ready. And the 1-2, swinging a foul tip back into the net. Judy 2-2 at 2.74 ERA, 52 games. Also has a team-leading 12 saves. And now ready. And fires. And a swing and a miss. Got Fields on the slider. And 2 up, 2 down here in the 8th. Josh Judy looks sharp in his season finale. And with 2 down, David Vidal to the plate. Vidal 2 for 3 with a double and a run scored. And Judy delivers. Slider, that's over for a strike. Now the 0-1. Swing and a miss. On a slider from the righty. Stephen Penny went into the dugout. And now back to the bullpen, so I wonder if maybe he would be the one to close it out. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and popped him in the air. Shallow center. Simmons froze to read it. Now hustles in and he makes a great play. Shoestring grab on a dead sprint into the infield. And I don't know if it was the sunlight or just judging it. He paused to figure out where it was. He almost waited too long. But he shows his jet-like quickness and flies in to make the shoestring grab on the run. A 1-2-3, top of the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Revs lead it 7-3.
Providing quality services efficiently and in a timely manner to its clients is the mission of the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis, and Calkins. GSLSC is equipped to handle any real estate transactions, leases, residential and commercial real estate settlements, zoning issues, and all matters involving municipalities. They are also experienced in the formation and operation of family real estate ventures that are tax sensitive to the needs of the investors. Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis, and Calkins is an approved title insurance agency and can provide you with title insurance and legal representation at one low cost when buying a home or investment property. Don't risk any real estate settlement without an experienced real estate attorney from the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis, and Calkins at your side. Phone 717-757-7602. They've been handling residential and commercial real estate matters in South Central Pennsylvania for more than 50 years. With mortgage interest rates at an all-time low, now is the time to buy or refinance. Phone 717-757-7602 today or visit their website, gslsc.com.
Waking up with the Zabe. The Steve Zabin Show.
And I know people, I can already hear you screaming at your radio. You don't even have a real job, Zabin. You just sit in front of the microphone and flap your cake hole around. I understand that. I'm not upset to be back today. I need to get back. I need to get back on the horse and get back riding again. I'm just saying it's going to take me a segment or two to get up to speed. Join me, Steve Zabin, mornings at 6 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
The Revolution plays here. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Hi, this is Enoel Polanco, and you're listening to Your Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revolution, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Bottom of the 8th inning, 7-3. The Revs lead it. And Boshears will stay on. Paniagua leads off. Between innings, Revs president Eric Menzer down in the field presenting the Redland Little Leaguers with the grand total of proceeds from the jersey auction. Got a big roar from the crowd. Here's Paniagua, who takes a slider for a strike. All the kids and the coaches clapping to show their thanks. And those jerseys will be presented to the winning bidders after the game. Here's the 0-1, and it misses outside. Paniagua 1 for 3. Belted a 2-run homer to left center. That made it 3-0 early. Back in the second inning. The 1-1, and it just missed away, a slider. I believe it is Big Pen who is up in the bullpen. His parents here for this weekend. The 2-1 and a ground ball off the mound toward the middle. Oh man, a collision between second baseman and shortstop who ran squarely into one another. Nate Spears still on his back. Andino got to his feet quicker. Spears still has not. And Andino checking on Spears, who's laid out on his back, out beyond second. And Brett Jody coming out. His trainer was out there first. And all of the Patriots on the field make their way over towards Spears and surround him. I believe Chong is out there as well. Let's see if any further attention is needed, but oh, he's coaching first this inning. So he was already partway out there. Spears is up to his feet. That was, I mean, a straight on square collision. Shortstop and second baseman both going for that bouncer up the middle, and right behind second, they hit each other flush. That'll be an infield hit for Paniagua, 2 for 4 in the season finale, and Spears will stay in the game. And so will Andino. Spears got the worst of it. That was pretty nasty. Could have been a whole lot worse. But yeah, Chong is coaching first base. He's in full uniform today. He was coaching first base at Southern Maryland the other night, I was told, but I couldn't see him since at Regency Furniture you need like a GoPro on a selfie stick out the window to see first base. Here's Nick Ferdinand who takes a strike. Ferdinand 1 for 2, an RBI single and a run scored in the 6th. He's also reached on a hit by pitch. 0-1 and a swing and a miss on a slider. It is Stephen Penny who's up, and he will look to close it out in front of his parents, maybe the final game of his career. Here's a swing and a miss as Boshears gets Ferdinand on another slider. And one away here in the bottom of the 8th. Our attendance today here at the home finale. Here comes Brett Jody with Eric Patterson up next. And he's going to make a move here in the bottom of the 8th. Had John Hunton up, and I guess they want to get him in one more time before the postseason. At any rate, our attendance today for the regular season finale, 6,053. Back-to-back days of over 6,000 on hand here at the Vault. Now Hunton takes over. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. They have eased him back from a shoulder injury. He saved the game here on Thursday night, his 32nd of the year. Right when he went down with injury, he had blown a save here in York in late August. Hunton 2-5, a 3.13 ERA. This will be his 50th appearance of the year. His 32 saves are one behind Matt Gorgon of Camden for the league lead, and it's not a save opportunity for Hunton. Wow. Well, I hope he doesn't mind me sharing this. I'm going to ask before I do. And we had talked about it the other night and figured it was probably the case. The Eric Patterson facing Hunton. Patterson 1 for 4, an RBI double in the bottom of the 6th inning. He ripped it right down the first base line. Hunting with the pitch. It is over for a strike, a slider. Well, Steven just informed us here in the booth that this is his last game. So he will look to close out his career in the 9th inning. Pitch to Patterson, a half swing. He went around, a throw down to first, and Paniagua's back standing. Patterson got tied up in and went around on it. No balls and 2 strikes. That'll be Penny in the 9th, looking to close it out as he wears the pro uniform for the final time. There's the stretch from Hunton. The 0-2 and a swing and a miss. Scott Patterson on a fastball away. And 2 down in the bottom of the 8th. I always wonder how these guys handle it, knowing that they're doing this for the last time, doing that for the last time. Steven earlier today, he loves his football in the outfield for conditioning. He did that for the last time. Here's Mikey Reynolds, who swings and misses on a fastball in on the hands. 7-3 the lead here in the bottom of the 8th. Mikey 1 for 3 today, an infield hit. Hit by pitch, a steal and a run. The 0-1, and he swings and fouls it back upstairs. Penny firing away down in the bullpen. On a stretch from Hunton. The 0-2 and a ground ball the other way, skidding toward right, sliding, tumbling, stopped by Spears, but it's a base hit for Mikey, his second of the day. The Revs with their 9th, and one more chance at the plate for Andres Perez. Here on this beast mode of a 2015 season that he's enjoyed. Spears scrambling and rolling over as he got to it, but it was all the way out in right field. So Mikey with a base hit. First and second for Dre. And Hunton deals, and a swing and a ground ball to short. Andino fumbled, knocked it down, fired to second just in time ahead of Reynolds' slide. And that'll do it for the offense. What an offensive second half it's been. They have been a juggernaut. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. The last time we see them swing the bats this season, it has been a blast. And we go to the 9th as Stephen Penny looks to close it and finish his pro career. The Revs lead it 7-3.
Payne doesn't take Sunday off. Neither do we. We're open weekdays 8 to 8 and weekends 9 to 6. Just walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics, 2319 South George Street in York, across from the Apple Hill Health Campus. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today.
It's going to be another epic year in high school football, and Sports Radio 1350 is ready for kickoff. Tune in every Friday night this fall for the high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. Plus, go to WOIK1350.com for a full breakdown of the teams and the players of the 2015 York Adams League. The high school football game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. Catch the action every Friday night on Sports Radio 1350, online at WOIK1350.com, or download the WOIK mobile app.
We're everywhere. Listen on the go with the WOIK mobile apps. Download today at WOIK1350.com.
Summer is about taking time for what really matters. Spending time with the family, enjoying nature's beauty, having a healthy lawn you can be proud of, plus the time to enjoy it. With Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, you get world-class environmentally responsible lawn care from a hometown team. The result is a vibrant, beautiful lawn that turns heads and boosts curb appeal. Visit us at heritagelawnandlandscape.com.
Your home for Revolution Baseball. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Hi, this is Stephen Penny, and you're listening to York Revolution Baseball in the home of the Revs. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
We head to the 9th, and Stephen Penny will make the final appearance of his pro career, he's told us. Named the Revs Community Player of the Year this season, and he is the one called upon to close down the curtain on 2015. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts, a 7-3 lead. Greg Hopkins will lead it off. And Penny's first pitch is down and away. Man, you talk about a beloved member of the team. Within the clubhouse and his bullpen unit, but every player and the fans as well. Here's a pop-up foul, straight back and out of play. And it's a ball and a strike. One of the all-time great Revs. All-time leader with 220 appearances as of today. All-time leader in relief wins with 14. The 1-1 and a fastball strike on the outside corner, 1-2. Community Player of the Year this year. He's been a fan favorite since day one. How could he not be with that personality of his? And the 1-2 swung on and fouled off up over the roof. His parents are here from San Diego to visit this final weekend. And Steven had pretty much made up his mind. He let us know a little while ago that this would be it. Here's the 1-2, and it's a splitter in the dirt, skips to the backstop. He's an incredibly bright guy. He's got 1 degree that he finished this season. He wants to go for his master's, and he had even been chatting about maybe doing other things a couple of years ago. He deals, and a foul back, straight upstairs. And it remains 2-2 on Hopkins. 1 for 3 with a 2-run single back in the 7th. Penny the stretch, he fires. Slider down in the dirt. It'll be a full count. Went to UC Riverside, majored in statistics with quantitative management. Originally was a mechanical engineering major. He's ready. The payoff pitch. Swinging a bouncing ball toward the middle. Mikey will get there from short. On the run, he fires, and there's one of them here in the 9th. Penny gets Hopkins to ground out. 1 down here in the top of the 9th inning. And he'll face Nate Spears next. Spears, who collided with his teammate Andino in the bottom half of the 8th, stays in the game. First pitch is right there for strike 1. And the 0-1 and a splitter in for a strike. Notice Steven was one of the ones talking with the Redland Little Leaguers earlier. He actually played center field in Little League in California. He's ready with it. The 0-2, and it's up high, a fastball. Did he? He did not. They appeal at third base. Spears laid off on the fastball at 90. Now Penny ready. The 1-2. Swinging a foul tip back into the backstop. He turned 29 back on August 14th. He's listed at 6'7", 238.4, which is what he wanted us to put on there for him. Awfully specific. He fires, and it misses down and in, 2-2. He has spent the season in York living with Bo Vaughn and Rami Lewis, and for that, we apologize to him and congratulate him. The 2-2 swung on and fouled off over the third base side. And all his buddies watching from bullpen or dugout. They know. Penny again on 2-2 and a foul tip back to the screen. Another guy that came from thousands of miles away and at least during the summer for 4 straight years has called York home. He fires and a swing and a fly ball to left. Ferdinand is there under it. Comes in and squeezes it. 2 down here in the top of the 9th. And out away from wrapping up this season with a victory. And Johnny Tucker, nope, not Tucker. Who's pinch hitting? They had 3 new rosters this series. Who is number 1? First pitch from Penny is a called strike on the outside corner. Oh, they activated their bullpen coach. Alex Sepulveda, their bullpen coach. Here's the 0-1 and a swing and a bouncer to third, foul. Pounds will glove it in foul ground. No balls and 2 strikes. So Penny a strike away and an out away from finishing off his pro career. And this Rev season, he's ready. The 0-2 swung on, fouled off. Up over the roof on the first base side. He has represented the Revs so well since his first day here, a fan favorite. Ready again, the 0-2 just missed away. Paniagua's throw back to him was in the dirt and skipped by. Some of our greatest pregame hits have been courtesy of Big Pen. Here's the 1-2. Swinging a grounder foul down the first base side. Into the Revs bullpen. Penny again nods yes. And the pitch. Fastball missed high at 91. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Might this be the final pitch of his career? The 2-2. Swung on, popped him up. Reynolds at short. Behind second, it's going to be Patterson who takes it. And the Revs win 7-3 to finish up the 2015 season. A 40-win second half. And Stephen Penny with a 1-2-3 ninth to cap off his outstanding pro career and his 4 years here in York. His 220th appearance with the Revs. One of the all-time greats. He announced his retirement to us earlier, and he wraps up the season with a 1-2-3 ninth. And the Revs win on the final day of the 2015 season. 7-3 the final as they sport the red. out in the victory line. What a day here at Santander Stadium to celebrate the 9th season of Revs baseball. And not just high fives on the way through today. Everybody hugging one another as they head through the line. Their final day together as teammates within this group. Some will be back, of course, but it never is that all of them are. It's the sad reality of it. But they really gelled in the second half, and what a joy they were to watch and to be around every day for that matter. As they win it 7-3, a 40-win second half, 40-29. After they were probably written off by most after the first half, they will finish with the second best record in the league in the second half. And we know that Stephen Penny had announced his retirement. You wonder about a bunch of the others. How many are having the same thoughts? Like we said earlier, a lot of them probably don't even know yet, and it'll take until the off season for them to sit down and clear their heads and have some time to think through everything. Penny and Mace have a particularly long embrace with Big Pen coming off. Mace was his pitching coach his first year here and his manager for the last 3. Mace at the end of the line greeting each and every one of his players on the way through. And it was a rocky first couple of months this season, but huge props to Mace and his coaching staff for getting the ship straightened and everybody heading in the right direction in the second half. That team was awesome for the final 69 games of this 2015 season. 40-29, all of the offensive records, all of the walk-off wins and different heroes every night. And unfortunately, just the second time in the last 6 years that the Revs are not going dancing in the postseason, but they were a very special group indeed, and will hold a special place in the hearts of a lot of our fans. Over 6,000 on hand here today for the second straight day. And what a fun ride it's been here down the stretch in 2015. We have much more to come on our post-game show. The Redland jerseys that were auctioned off are being handed off to the fans on the field post-game, those that won the bids. And what a day in front of the national champs who were on hand to see this one as well. The Redland Little Leaguers watching from upstairs. Huge pregame parade and celebration for them, and a great crowd for this final game of 2015. Very, very festive today. And the Revs rise to the occasion and give them one final show before heading into the fall and winter months with a 7-3 victory here this afternoon. That is your final as the Revs finish 2015 with back-to-back wins. Stay tuned. Post-game show follows next.